Hi guys, welcome back to Raptor's Garage, and I think we're on like day 8, maybe 9, can't remember. It's the second week anyway, and I'm cracking on really well with this. As you've seen from the previous videos, we've got all the sills welded up, all the wiring ripped out, everything's ready for rewiring. Chris is coming over this weekend to help me do the wiring on that. I'm trying to think what else we've got left to do now. There isn't that much. I think we've got ball joints on the front need doing, a seal on the transfer box, just an output shaft transfer seal. I've done all the brakes, all the brake pipes are done. You've seen the brake pipe repair kit and tool that we had the other day. That's worked great. Bled all the brakes when I got home tonight, just driven it in and out of the garage. Brakes work fine now. Sorted the handbrake. It's basically, for me, it's just down to getting the inner wings done. So I've just got to, literally, like I've shown you before, there's those 5 or 6 holes in the inner wings on both sides. Just got to do them, then make the outer wings fit. But we're pretty much there. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I thought, I gave myself a month, and I think by the time we've done all the, the prattling around bits, done a service, done all the other bits, it's going to take us a month. But if we can get it done in 3 weeks, that's a bonus. So I'm going to have a look at these inner wings. Well, just for ease, I thought I'd start on the inner wing that had got the least amount of holes in it, which is this one. It's got to have a tab put on the end of there for the wing. It's just where the bolt goes through for the wing, and the end's gone, so I've got to put a new one of them on. That one doesn't need welding, that one doesn't need welding, and that one doesn't need welding. They'll all just grind up, and there's plenty of metal there, so those don't need touching. That just needs grinding up, it's not rotten. So I've got one plate there and one plate there. So this side only needs 2 plates. So for that, I'm going to do this side first. Oh, and I've got to plate the end of this new sill up. So literally just got 2 plates on this side, and I'll see how far I get tonight, and I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But first thing is strip everything off the other side. The airbox is in the way, and some of the wiring harness is literally there, and we'd only end up setting fire to it. So I'm just going to pull that wiring harness out of the way. There's nothing here. I was so saying, no, there's some more wiring harness there, so we'll just pull all that out of the way. So this side is the easy one, so this is the one I'm going to start with. Well, like I was saying, first job is to get everything out of the way so you're not setting fire to your wiring loom and all the other bits while you're wiring. So first thing to come out, this airbox. And it looks fairly easy, except for it's had a snorkel attached. So there's extra bolts that an ordinary airbox wouldn't have. So, but there's some 10 mils down here. So it looks like there's 3. There's 1 here and 2 at the bottom, and then there's a couple of 13 mil nuts holding this snorkel in place. So I'll get them off and we'll have a look at what it looks like once I get it out. I seem to have all these bolts undone. There was only 3, and a pipe clamp. There we go. 1 airbox. With bits rattling around in it. We'll have a look at that. Like I said, there's these ones. It is those stupid plastic clips that they put through the inner wings that make them rot, and it does on all cars. But that's savable. That one will clean up, and that one will clean up. So there's 3 we don't have to weld up. So there's just the big one at the back where that's gone, and down the bottom, and the clip on the wing fastener. So that's not too bad. Crud inside the pipe, don't want to do that. That goes to the turbo. But yeah, we're definitely getting there. So I'll get the rest of these bits out of the way. We'll start getting this dressed up. I just said, let's have a look what's inside here, and I forgot all about that while I was talking. Let's have a that side's not bad. That's had better days. And hang on. Not only is the leaves, there's rivets actually in the airbox. Okay, I have no idea why there's rivet heads in the airbox. I can understand, you know, leaves. But not why you would have drilled off rivets in the airbox. That's okay, I don't know, but there you are, we found out what was rattling in the airbox. That will be one of those things that we'll never find the answer to. But anyway, okay, so we know we need a new air filter, but we know we need a full service kit, and this one's actually dated 09, so get off fly, 2016. So what's that, couple of years old. Yeah, so it's not too bad. So at least we could say it's probably had a service in the last couple of years. But we're going to do all that. So back to stripping this inner wing. Everything's stripped away from the inner wings now. It is a little bit worse than I thought, but not much. Cut the hole that I thought that I didn't have to weld there, I'm going to have to because I found rust here. So I'm just going to cut a square plate out there, put that in, that's sorted. I'm going to put my camera strap caught. Obviously I knew that one. That one's going a little, I'll see what I feel about that. Once I put the grinder on it and had a look, I may end up just putting a strip on the inner wing all the way around to encapsulate all those bits. But we'll cut the rust out to stop it spreading anyway, so literally you can see. So what I might do is just put a strip in all the way along there, and there's that bit there which I knew about. Yeah, there's that bit there, that's an easy bit to fix, for the simple reason that, I don't know if you can see them on the camera, you should be able to. Spot weld, spot weld, spot weld, that's where the double skin is. So literally just follow those up with the grinder, cut that out, put a new piece in there and a new piece on the back. The only thing I did find was there's a hole in the floor down there, which is where the end of that plastic mudguard must go to, and that's where it's rotted to the floor. So chop that piece off, chop that hook off, and just put a square plate in there. So that side, relatively easy, and everything's out to the other way. So let's have a look at the other side. Now this side, gone in the same places. This side's a little bit worse, and a little bit better depending on how you look at it really, but same thing. It hasn't gone in the floor, it's just started to go rusty there, but I'll still chop the hook off anyway, and just keep on plating all the way up to where pretty much where the rust finishes. And I'll put a new piece in there. That one's going to be alright, I think. Depends how thin that gets when I put the grinder on it. One there, so that's, yeah, pretty much the same as the other side. It's just going to be that strip, isn't it, along there. And then there's that outrigger. Now you can see there's nice clean metal on the inside of that. Sorry, not outrigger, body mount. So literally cut that section out, clean it all up. I've got some 2mm steel I'll make that out of. The back side's okay, it's just the front side. But back to what I was saying before, if I can, hang on, hook my light onto something. Ah, there it is, you can see it there. And just zoom in a little. Don't trust other people's wiring. All that's going to have to be cut apart and soldered back together. We find this with so many vehicles that we do, that people have just hacked the wiring and wonder why they have faults and things don't start and stuff like that. It's stupidity. Ooh, that's a big wasp in the workshop. But yeah, so more wiring to do. Right, I'll start setting up to get some welding done.